Hey, welcome to the table. I honestly don't know what happened, but I started to record. My dog started to bark, and I had to pause the video. And then when I unpaused, everything froze, and I was like rambling on for 10 minutes of playing this game. You've only lost 10 minutes, but let me get you caught up on where we're at. I decided to go with the major bridge, and I also decided to do convoy. And I gave a Patton-like speech, that would rally the troops and otherwise go down in the annals of history of the best thing Jeff has ever said in his life, and it has been lost forever in the archives of digital waste bucket. Okay, so what was I talking about? I was talking about this game is on cruise control. I am winning this game. I'm showing you the formula of how to win. The only challenge that North Atlantic 1980 gave is you had to be very focused with tomcats and intruders, and you have to always make sure one's available every day to support a mission. And then of course the extremely high stress needs to be mitigated constantly. And if you do so, you will at least get a good rating. But in order to get a great rating, you got to push things a little further, and then that's what's high risk. And so today we're doing something high risk. We're going on 2 missions because it's the only way we're going to get those extra points that we need to hit that great rating. Now, the other part of what I was saying is because we're in cruise control, I'm starting to grow, tired of, like, this game still takes many hours to put the pieces on, to take the pieces off, to place the sights, place the bandits. The procedure is tiring, especially when I have like other things I want to play. So it was just a warning that I may not finish. That's the part that I just wanted to make sure. Now, so the only real constraint here is I didn't want to send Moon on a mission, but I need his AGM-88s. This particular mission, I chose the bridge because it has the most victory points. We're going for victory points because I want to show that we can get a great rating. So we had to go for this. And I'm doing 2 MK84s, 2 MK83s. Because it's small, I'm going to get a -1 to my air to ground. But we're bringing along an AWACS that's going to cancel that. And then the harden means that whenever I hit, let's say I rolled a 5, normally I would do 2 hits, right? I'm only going to do 1 because that 3 gets canceled, the one on the left. So I can at most do 2 hits with each of these bombs. The thing is I only need 4 hits to destroy this target because it does say 6, but I have a -2 over here. So this is the target we're going after first. And then here's the other kicker. I did not use my resource plane that removes the waypoint penalties. The waypoint penalty is 2 for this mission, and they all have a 2 waypoint penalty limit. Now the Prowler is immune to it. He always has 4 AGM-88s, and this guy is only equipped with 6 Phoenix missiles, and that's it. He has no room for anything else. Nobody has ECM pods. These guys have only bombs because we need them to hit the target. So no AGM-88, no ECM. And because these bombs require going over the target, I had to bring Moon along. I need the AGM-88s or otherwise I would be screwed. And just looking at the situation you just saw, we're going to need all 4 of those AGM-88s. And in fact, I probably need more. So we're going to have to take a few shots. Okay, then moving up to the convoy, which we're going to do next. This one is getting the waypoint plane. So there's no waypoint penalty. And you're probably noticing that there's less planes on this one. But I'm only sending 2 of the medium bombers. So if I put a 2 waypoint, and this one has a 3 waypoint penalty. If I put a 3 waypoint penalty on them, they wouldn't have enough bombs to destroy the target. So in order to pull this off today, I had to do it that way. And they also don't have a Prowler because Crunch is shaken, and I want him to rest. And also, we have Teflon coming along to help out with the air-to-air, but there are no AGM-88s at all on this mission. So whatever's on the ground is on the ground, and we're going to go in hot. And I have no way to mitigate the AGM-88s. So why am I doing such insanity? Well, I want the great rating. And then secondly, this is a mission where we can use Mavericks, so we can shoot from 2 spaces away. So I'm banking on the fact that we're going to get a nice approach path that will minimize the amount we're going to get shot. Now, moving back to this, I think we're going to get shot a lot. So for example, this guy has a range of 1. If I have to go over the target, I have to worry about him. This one is worthless. This one is a range of 1. This is all over the target. And this one is worthless. So these 2 approaches, of course, are open and clear. But if I go over the target, I have 6, 7, 8 guys that are going to hit me. I only brought 4 AGM-88s to the party. So I do get to destroy one. And it's, of course, going to be this one. So I just reduced it down to 7. But I still have a problem. And that's the issue with this particular mission. The good news is the Prowler is on this mission, so we should be okay there. All right, we assigned the pilots, we armed the aircraft. In fact, I did that to both missions already. So let's draw the the inbound event card. I gained 4 special option points. Holy buckets, that's awesome. So hold on here, I have 2 right now, and I'm getting +4. That puts me to 6. If I would have destroyed that target that gave me 3, I would have had enough for a priority R&R. Oh my gosh. So it would have been nice to have that extra 3 right now, but getting 4 is great. Okay. All right, after that, we got to place the aircraft. So the target has 1 bandit on the approaches and 2 in the middle. So here's the 2, and then 1, 1, 1, and 1. So, okay, we got a no bandit. Boy, we're getting a lot of bandits. Yes, we are. There's only 2 no bandits and all that. So we do have a MiG here, a MiG, MiG, and MiG, but that's okay. So now we do Intel Air Defense Adjustment. I already did that. I destroyed the guy here. Draw over target event card. So let's do that. Sights and bandits suffer 1 on all die rolls against low aircraft over the target. That's perfect. So what that means is when we go over the target, those sights that I just told you that are going to be still alive because we can't destroy them all, they're going to get a -1 to all the aircraft that are low over the target. And that's going to be us. We're going to be low over the target. So that was like very fortuitous. I swear to you, I did not like stock the deck before I started recording today. I'm not that bright. The event deck is just getting small, and it's just that was one of the ones that are left. Okay, so this is awesome. Okay, next. Phoenix missile attacks. So Teflon here. Everybody's equipped normal standard stuff. The 2 light bombers have the AGM-65 and an ECM pod. Teflon has his usual 6 Phoenix missiles, and then 2 AIM-7s. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now that I know, I'm using AGM-65s. Let me get those out of there. Now that I know I don't have to shoot them all right at the start of the mission, I can actually hold on to a few and use them later. So there's 4 of them, right? Now, Teflon gets a +2. And the the AWACS gives a +1, so that's 3. So I'm getting a +3 to all my die rolls. This is a +4, +4, +4, and this is a +5. So this is an automatic kill. I don't even need to roll that one. So as long as I don't roll a 1, I kill all 3 of these. We're going to do this one first. I rolled a 1. Jesus. Next one, 8. Next one, 7, which looked like a 1 at first. So I got 2 of the 3. Oh, and before I did that, we were supposed to place where we were approaching, and I would have approached from the north. But I don't mind saying I was approaching from this side just to make it harder since I didn't declare it. I am not threatened by these people at all. Well, the sights I'm a little nervous about. Okay, so now we do Fast Pilot's attack. So Teflon is not fast, but he has 1 SA. So he's going to use it and then shoot an aim 7 at this guy. And again, as long as I don't roll a 1, that's a perfect 10. So, boom. That guy was nothing. He meant nothing to me. And so then we are going to shoot some... Oh, we have no AGM 88s on this one. So I just remembered. This is... Oh, crap. I'm playing the wrong mission. Teflon's not the one that's going right now, folks. All right, let me back up. I'll explain to you what's happening. I was playing the convoy mission. I was using those guys. These are the guys that are active right now. This one is only equipped with Phoenix missiles. That was it. Just 6 Phoenix missiles and done. So, as you know, I spent 4 of them. And he still has 2. Which may not have been a bright move, but he still has 2. He has a +3 to his die roll. Teflon only had a +2. So he was a guaranteed hit for all of them. As long as those planes had at least a +1 on them, which they did, it was a guaranteed hit. I didn't need to roll for anything. He just destroyed 4 planes, and his relief kicked in, which means that everybody here is going to get 1 less stress for the mission, except for him. Okay? So that was the whole reason why we got relief for him. That was the reason, actually, I assigned him to this exact mission. We're going after the major bridge. We're not... That's the reason why it's important to go over the target, because this is the one that needs to go over the target. That one, we only need to shoot from 2 spaces away, and that's how I finally caught my mistake. So that event that lets us, enjoy over the target, that's important. We did not need to spend an SA point because, like I said, he destroyed everything from the get-go. He, however, is going to spend his SA point, and we're going to shoot an AGM 88 fast, and then we're going to shoot another one slow. So that's what we're doing. And let me flip you back. All right, so the fast one is going to hit this guy with a range of 2. And then the slow, I'm going to just start picking them off one at a time. We'll pick off this guy who can shoot high and low at a range of 1. So starting with this one, we get a +1, and this is +2. That's a +3. That's an automatic 4 roll. So that guy is dead without a die roll. And then when we get to the slow phase, we go to this one, and you can see I rolled a 3, which is more than enough to hit this, because I do get a +1 from the AWACS. This AWACS gives a +1 to air and ground. Okay, so, and I know I skipped real fast over their phase. They can't hit us. So that's the beauty of this. So we're at the end of turn 1. We move up. Now it's turn 2. Okay, we got a fast and slow phase again. I don't necessarily need to go fast and slow anymore. So I'm just going to go, well, actually, Moon does go fast all the time. So we're going to go ahead and hit this guy. I rolled a 7, so this one's destroyed. Nobody else is doing anything. We are at high altitude. So it's the end of turn 2. We move in. Now we start turn 3. Okay, we're now within range 1 of this. which I couldn't avoid, because even if I came this way, I would have had the same issue. But these are not in range, so we do have one thing in range. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my AGM-88, because I do go fast. And, oh, this one only hits low altitude. So I don't have to worry about it so much. So what I'm going to do then instead is this one hits on a 2. So we're going to go after that one. And you can see I rolled a 9. So this is destroyed. That's all of my AGM-88s. That's all I'm going to be able to do. I do have cannons on my Tomcats. But my cannons get a +0 air to ground. So let's not expect that to hit anytime soon. Okay, so we just ended turn 3. We're now over the target, turn 4. So I can go fast and drop my bombs. In fact, I have 4 SA points on my AWACS. So I'm going to do that. So all my bombers are going to drop their bombs first. And then we're going to have to deal with 1, 2, 3 of them shooting at us because we're all low altitude. But remember, do the event card. They all get a -1. And we do have a Prowler with us, which gives another -1. Okay? So that's the situation that we have to deal with. And assuming we destroy the target, this is going to be the last turn. So I'm bringing these in so you can, as we start to get ready for some dice rolling, we can see our guys here. I don't think it matters where they're located anymore. These are the 3 that are going to be shooting at us. But we're going to drop our bombs first. And I kept the target card over here the whole time. So just to give you a quick reminder, it's 6, but we only need 4 because of the infrastructure. And then this is going to make the infrastructure even better, but it's still only ever going to be a -2. Okay? So with that said, let's drop some bombs. So both of our bombers have this configuration, and Extra has a +3 to his die roll. So we're going to do blue on the right, green on the left. All right, so 4 and 1 is an awful roll, and a 1, awful, 8, good. Okay, so here's the ugliness of our situation. He gets a +3. The AWACS gives us another +1, so we have a +4. So 1 + 4 is 5. We do get lucky. This does 1 hit. I know it looks like 2, but remember, we cancel the first one. So we get 1 hit for this. This is a 10, so that's 2 hits for 3. This is a 4, + 4 is 8, so that's 1 hit. And I think you can see I already did 4 hits. So technically speaking, I already destroyed this thing. And then this is 1 + 4 is 5. That would have been no hits. Okay? So 1 bomber was all I needed to take. And as much as I keep reminding myself that I have to put more faith in my bombers, I constantly overkill by bringing too many bombers. But this target is destroyed, and I still have another bomber fully equipped that didn't drop a single bomb. All right, now we got to deal with these 3 guys. So we're going to use what I was doing when I got tired last night. So we have blue, we have green, and let's do a brown. So that way there's no ambiguity. All right, so 2, 3, and I need to re-roll this one, 1. So I'm going to swap them. This is going after person number 3, which is the AWACS, actually. This is going after the bomber that still has all of his equipment. That would be Mullet. And then this is going after the other bomber, Intruder, Extra. All right. I do not have ECMs, so we're going to have to manage that. And I have a Prowler that does give a -1, and then we get another -1 because of the event. So for that reason, we're guaranteed a -2. And I want you to see closer here. We're going to play some gambling here. This is a 999 to destroy the plane. Since I'm guaranteed -2, I'm guaranteed an 888 if I roll 3 10s. And that would mean damaged planes, and damaged planes don't do anything. They don't cost us anything. It makes you lose your munitions. That's all it does. And because we went fast, we already bombed the target before they had a chance to go. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to ride with whatever I roll. So let's do it. And so I did get a 1 here, which is absolutely nothing. An 8 here becomes a 6. So that's 1 stress for eyes, which is our AWACS. He gets a stress. And then here I got a 10, which means that I got damaged. And that is for Mullet, who did have munitions. So now his munitions had to be spent. And of course he's going home, and he gets 2 stress for being damaged. So that's the same as doing an evasion. So evasion is guaranteed 2 stress. This is just 2 stress if you rolled bad, which is what happened. Okay, so now we got to do the Homebound event. That's it. I mean, these guys don't do anything worse to us. So Homebound event. Lightning storms. Pilots in this mission suffer 2 extra stress and gain 1 experience. So we're going to get stressed out to the max here. So this particular mission was on 28, which is already 3 stress, okay? Then we're going to get 2 more stress from the card, which is 5. Now, this guy has relief, so I get to reduce everybody else to 4, but he still takes 5. So with that being said, he's getting 3 for the mission. This one's getting 4, which puts him unfit. This one is getting 3. No, I'm sorry. This one's getting 3 because he only gets 4, but no. He gets 5. No, he's just getting 4. I need more coffee. Okay, this one is getting 3 because he normally would get 4, but it's reduced by his cool. And this one gets 3. He's going to be out next mission. And this guy is definitely going to be out next mission with a 4 going on him. All right, we do destroy the target though. We're going to have some serious need for R&R, but I can't do anything about that. So the target was 28. All right, so we're going to write that at the top. And everybody gets 3 experience points. So we have Moon here got 3. Sticky, 3. Eyes is already done. Extra gets 3. Mullet, 3. And then the ones that sat out were Crunch, Kraken, and Farm Boy. So Kraken and Farm Boy already maxed out. Okay, so I'm going to take the stress off of Crunch, which is 2. Kraken is 2, and Farm Boy is 3. Just so I don't forget. Okay, so I'm starting with extra here. He has 6 experience points. He needs 9. Then we move to Mullet. He only has 6. He needs 10. And then we have 10 on Moon. He needs 12. So he's close, but he's going to have to sit out a day. And then we do have 10 on Sticky, and Sticky levels up. So 5, 2, 3. Now we're going to have 1 left over for the next day. And then just to finish this out, we do get +4 SO points here. And then we destroyed the target. And we got 4 victory points for that, which is the daily average we've been getting, right? So if we can get our other target, we will then, that'll be all bonus, which is what we need. So another target down. And let's level up Sticky here real quick. Sticky is a veteran with a +3 already, and 2 cool and 1 SA. He becomes an ace now, and so he goes up 1 on the SA, and I think his look, his stress limits got a little bit better. He can now go up to 14 and 7. So and then he even gets a +1 against air to ground. So Sticky is the man. He does have 3 stress on him at the moment, but well done. Now this next mission that we're going to do, this next mission is in the band where we actually get a bonus experience as well, because it's in a band where you automatically get +1 experience. So we might get 3. We're going to get 3 experience points on this one if we destroy the target. So it is the convoy, and one last thing. We are supposed to move this to there. So now we're all the way to the right on everything. So that's fine. Now, as far as the convoy goes, remember, here's the restrictions. We don't have AGM-88s. We don't have any weight point issues because I used my plane on this one. It is dispersed vehicle, which we're using the Mavericks, and we only need 4 hits. That's the magic thing about this, is we only need 4 hits. So I'm gambling, 100% gambling, that we can get in, hit, and get out without getting shot at too many times, okay? So the stress on this one is going to be 4 for doing this mission. And that's what I mean. I'm going to have all these stressed out guys by the end of this. So let's flip to the other. Oh, my camera is not working again. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. So if I put that there, the sights are very basic. We're going to have 2 in the center, and then we're going to have 1 on each approach. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the 2 in the center, this is really bad news. I got the one that has 3 range. This one we can ignore. This one we can ignore. This is another one with the seriously bad range. And that one, and then this one. So it became very clear. This is the approach we're going to take because we're only going to go to here. That means we can ignore this, this, and this. So I'm just going to put them off to the side. We can also ignore that one. But these 2 are going to get free reign on us. And the good news is I am going to be able to destroy one of them because of my Intel air adjustment. So I will do that. But it's still a nasty, nasty thing. Okay. So we already assigned pilots. We already armed our aircraft. I mean, I am allowed to arm my aircraft after this. So now I know I may need some AGM-88s. I could force Crunch, even though he's shaken, to participate in this mission so he can bring his AGM-88s with him. But I'm still not going to do that. We're going to plow forward with the original plan. And then by having Crunch come along, he would have reduced their die rolls, which I also didn't do. So there's some serious risk here. I do have ECM pods on my guys, though. Teflon does not have an ECM pod. So that's the one, and of course the AWACS doesn't either. Okay, so we're coming in high here. And let's keep going. We're going to draw the target bound event card. I've used up all the event cards, so I got to shuffle. And while I'm shuffling, just a reminder, if I ever do get shut down, I have a search and rescue card that will help us to add to our die rolls to recover the pilot. I also have the, at any time I can re-roll any die. And I also have, I can discard it to redraw an event card. So if I just don't like an event card, I can just redraw it. There's a lot of anti-air ones on this one, which I guess makes sense. Okay, I'm done shuffling. Let's, one more. Here we go. And there it is, SAM sites. So I could, now it does give us an experience point, which, you know, if you're hungry for experience points, you can do this. And then if you had extra air-to-ground counters to expend, like if I brought Crunch along with the extra AGM-88s, I could have actually mitigated this. Would have to discard 3. But, so my AWACS lets me ignore on a 4 or more, so I'm going to try to do that. And I rolled an 8, so I do get to ignore this. So we're going to do that. Next, we're going to determine and place bandits, and this is really the only thing I was super concerned about. Oh, I was actually concerned about getting these, which I got 1 more than I was hoping for. So the bandits are going to be 1 on each approach, 1, 1, 1, and 1, and then 2 in the center. So I got a no bandit in the center. I got a bandit in the north, a bandit in the west, no bandit, no bandit. So we ended up getting 3 of them, which is fine. So then we move to Intel Air Defense Adjustment. So I'm going to kill one of those. And then we draw the over target event card, which says, add 1 site to a random area containing your aircraft. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is try to ignore the event, which I can. I rolled a 4. So we're going to do that. And then we get to do Phoenix missile attacks. So Teflon has 6 Phoenix missiles. And so we're going to use 1, 2, 3 of them right now. And in fact, he's going to send all 6 out. We're going to send 2 missiles at all 3 of these guys because I'm not getting more. So we're just going to try to take them out right now. Teflon gets a +2. The AWACS gives him a +1. So that's a +3. This makes it a +5. He's automatically dead. I didn't even need to send 2 to him. So I would have been smarter and sent 3 to this one, because this one requires a die roll. And this one requires a die roll as well, but I only need, 1 would miss. So I get to roll 2 dice. Against this guy, a 1 misses, and I rolled a 10 and a 7, so he's good and dead. And then, like I said, I'm rolling 3 dice against this guy because I had the luxury of the other one being an auto kill. And there's a perfect 10 right there. So all the bandits are blown out of the sky. Teflon did his job. Okay, so we start turn 1. Doesn't matter who's hot, fast or slow. We get attacked by this guy. So let's roll to see who he hits. It's 5. It's nothing. I'm actually going to have to... Okay, that'll be Haas. So Haas is going to have to take 2 stress to avoid his roll. And I rolled a 6 and a 10. That 10 would have been devastating. The 6 is bad enough. Actually, let me think about this. No, I had an ECM pod. So it doesn't matter which dice I would have rolled. My ECM pod succeeded. So nothing happens. Oh, boy. I was getting a little... Hold on a second. What's going on here? All right. I'm taking a big risk. I really probably should have brought a Prowler with me, because a Prowler, like, if that really was his role, would have helped. So now we move here. We're on to turn 2. I just need to survive 1 more attack. So this guy's attacking again, and he's doing an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Teflon. Teflon has ECM, or I said he doesn't have an ECM. So what are we going to do about Teflon? I don't care if he gets damaged, but I do care if he gets destroyed. I don't want an 8, 9, or 10. So I'm going to take the 2 stress with Teflon to evade. So let's do that. And there's a 5 and a 5. So that was a worthless endeavor. But the good news is a 5 is just 1 more stress. So he will do that, although he's very stressed out now. And that's all the more we need to do. We're dropping our bombs, and whether we hit or not, the mission's over. So we didn't get in range with anything else, so let's come back and see if we hit this sucker. This is a very similar deal to the last one. We only need 4 hits. We have our lighter bombers. So this gets a +3 because it's a vehicle. And Haas gets a +2. So I'm getting a +5. I do not get a bonus from the AWACS. So I have 3 of them. I'm getting a +5. So unless I roll really low, I should hit. So look at this. 10, 10, and 7. With the +5, that's 2, 4, that's 6 hits. So with just 1 bomber, I still had 2. I had 2 bombers, but with just 1 bomber, done. I know I'm, that one could have gone, if I wouldn't have remembered the ECM pod, I was at the point of losing all my munitions on one of my bombers. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose this mission. Now, I just showed that I could still have won, but it would have required rolls like this to win. And now, not only did I win, but I still have another undamaged bomber. And then right here, roll 2 attacks against 1 random aircraft. Roll 1 less for each air-to-air counter expended that can attack at range 0. Teflon has 2. Well, he has aim 7s. Never mind. I can't do this. So I have to do 2 attacks. Well, I'm going to just see if I can roll 4, right? Yeah, this is the guy who rolls a 4. Oh, I rolled a 3. That's not any good. I could just say, no, I don't want to do this. You know what? I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get rid of my card that lets me draw a new event card. So let's draw a new event card. And of course it's this. Roll 3 attacks. Oh, you suck. But now I get to see if I avoid this one. And I do. So, Jesus. Okay. Now, there could be, if you have some rule questions on what is the order of operations there, like, can I roll to see if I ignore it before I use my card to let me ignore it? That is a fair question. And there is no answer on that in the rule book or anywhere else. So it's a solitaire game. Enjoy your game. That's my advice to you. So you just saw me enjoy my game. If you didn't enjoy that, then enjoy your game your way. That's my advice. I don't think you know which way you go, you're not wrong. Okay? So with that said, we got this thing destroyed. And if you're wondering, like, what the heck are you talking about? It is possible, based on the word immediately, that I don't get to roll a die to see if my AWACS lets me ignore it before I make the decision of using my card to ignore it. Like, some people might think that you have to use the card first, and if you roll the die, you're committed to whatever the outcome of that die roll is, because you've already bypassed the decision of using your card. That's the logic. I see it. I understand it. I don't care. Okay, so moving on to 22. All right, so everybody else is getting 3 experience points. So this is easier to fill in because we already put the guys on R&R. And we end up with 6 SO points at the end of the day. We destroyed the target. And we get another 2 victory points. So we actually ended up getting 6 for the day, which puts us to 48. So we're at 48. It doesn't matter about the sliders. All the sliders are as far right as they can go, so we don't need to check that anymore. 48 points, by the way, is 1 point away from a good rating. And we're going to start day 11, and this is a 15-day campaign. So I have 4 days to go from 48 to 69. So let's figure this out. I have 4 days to go from 48 to 69. So that is 11 points I need in 4 days. If I average 4 points a day, I'm going to do it. 4, 8, 12, 16 is more than enough. So I got enough over 4 points here to get us in the home front. So I don't need to push it like I did today to do double missions anymore. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Now, we got a really nasty stress fest here. We have to add 4 stress now to all of our pilots, and Teflon definitely took some serious stress. So he's getting 3 more, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's now shaken. And 4 more for Brick. Puts him out of action, or he's shaken. And Haas there is getting 3 more. And then Buzz is going to get 2 more. So we do have some serious stress now, and I think we are only going to be able to do 1 mission. So now let's see level ups. I forgot to, so let's do Haas here. He's at 5. He needs 8. And then we have, who's next? Buzz is at 4, 7, 9. He levels up, and he uses 8. So use a 1. Teflon has 8. He levels up, and he only needs 6. So we're just going to write a 2 in the next box. And then Brick, 3, 6, 7, 8. He needs 2 more. Okay, so let's look at Buzz levels up. He was skilled, so he's now becoming veteran. So it gives him a +2/+2, and his cool is still really good. So that's good. I mean, his bombing is getting better and better. As I said, no complaints about Buzz. And then Teflon here is going to level up. And he's going to veteran. So he's a +2 and 1 cool. And now he's going to be, and he goes to fast. Actually, he becomes a fast pilot. Still only a +2 though. So probably not the best in the world, Teflon, but the thing with Teflon is he levels up quicker than the other ones do that I had a choice of, and that's why I picked him. And I mean, with us going into day 11, some of these guys still aren't aces. So this is the thing with the intruders and the Tomcats. They level up very slow. So some of the Hornets and maybe the other planes, they level up a little better. I know they give us some skills that give us extra experience points if we use suppression, and maybe you can use that to your advantage. I don't know. At some point, you just need a plane to destroy it instead of suppressing it. Suppressing seems silly to me sometimes. Okay, so with that being done, we're 43 minutes in. We are going to start day 11. And like I said, we only need 11 points, right? We're at 48. No. We don't need 11. We need 20. Why did I do that math so wrong? 48, 58, 68, 69. So we need 21 points. So at 4 points a day, that's still not enough. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was smoking there. I don't think I'm going to get a great rating. I really don't. And in fact, I'm not sure how it's possible. I'm sure somebody will be able to show how it's possible. But like, if you look at these targets, we've passed on 4 so far, right? That's 3 victory points, 3, 3, and 2. 3, 6, 9, and 11. And these are all primary targets, right? They're not secondary targets. So you would spend a whole day just getting 3 victory points. I mean, I've been aggressive. I've been doing double days as often as I can, almost as often. Like you can see here, I never passed on a secondary target, ever. I've always used one. And I'm sitting at 48 points with 4 days left, 11, 12, 13, 14, actually 5 days left. I have 5 days left. So I'm just doing math wrong all day today. So 5 days left at 4 points a day is going to get me 1 point short of winning. So I need 1 day where I average more than 4 points. So I need to average like 4.2, I think, 4.2 points. So I did do that part right. These guys here would not get me my 4 points if I did these for the day. So that's the issue I'm having is, now I guess I should be grateful that they're in the discard pile, right? Because if I were to draw those, then we're screwed. But this is all we have left. That discard pile is all we have left, and then this. So I said I have 5 days left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 4 of the cards right here. So for the 5th day, I need to take one of those cards that are in that discard pile that does not have 4 victory points written on it. So I have to go into that discard pile on the 5th day. So if I only take 1 per day, I'm eventually going to be going after those 4 that don't have 4 on it. That's what I mean by I'm not sure it's possible. Like, did DVG actually sit down and think about this? Because, as I said, not a single secondary target has been ignored. I've done every secondary target I could. And in fact, I even had an event that let me do a primary mission as a secondary target. And I did that event. So I actually did more secondary targets than possible in the game design. And I don't have enough points to win. And I'm going to peek at this because we're going to play this out. Because so here's the first one. 3 points. Primary target. Okay, that's not enough. 5 points. Primary target. That puts me to 8 points. 3 points. Scramble, which means I cannot ignore it. I am not allowed to ignore it. Scramble means if I lose this mission, I lose the entire campaign because it's a carrier defense. They're attacking our carrier. Only 3 points. I'm not even allowed to draw more cards. This is the mission I have to do. So that's 11 points, right? After 3 missions. 4 points. Carrier defense. Scramble. Okay? Again, I can't ignore the card. So 5, 8, 11, and 4 is 15 points. Okay? That's 15 points. Not a single one of them is secondary. Okay? So then I shuffle this deck. And I have a recon of 4, so I'm going to draw all 4 cards. You tell me, how do I get to 69 points? How? These are all the cards in the game. There's not a single secondary card left in the deck. And this is 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, and 2 points. So let's double check my math over here. 6, 10, 14, 18, 24, 28, 31, 37, 42, 48. So if I had 48 points, this would be 49, 50, 51, 55, 58, 63, and then add any one of these. $66 points is the best you can do in this game. So now let's add that to 66 points. So now that means there's 3 targets I didn't go after. And I will say this again. I had an event card that let me treat 2 primaries, like one of the primaries as a secondary. Or otherwise I'd have 4 cards left over. So this angers me. Because what this means then is that the great evaluation for World War III is impossible. By design, it's impossible. The only thing that's possible is in this entire event deck, I get that event card again that lets me do 2 primary missions as a secondary. Like one of them gets treated as a secondary. That is the only way, because I would get to, like I said, 65 points. But even then, if I get to 65 points, then I just add 3 more, and then, or no, I said 66, didn't I? So 3 more would get me to 69. So I would have to draw that event card twice. And there's no guarantee I'm going to draw that event card even one time, because when you draw an event card, there's a top, middle, bottom, and we got lucky enough that, let's say it was on the top, we did the top piece. If it was the middle or the bottom, we would have just gone through the entire thing and not even seen it. I mean, why did I waste my time playing this scenario? It's not even play tested. It's not even possible. Well, okay, it's possible if you have the miracle draw of 2 event cards. There is nothing. This entire deck, these are all the targets we wiped out. This mission, we annihilated them. Well, sometimes we got lucky. But every single one of these that said secondary, we took out secondary. We never did them as a primary mission. The fighter sweeps, the Scud launchers. In fact, there was only like 3 or 4 secondaries in this. There's no point in continuing. I'm sort of glad I did this exercise. Well, you at least get the idea of the game, and we'll move on to something else. You know, DBG is really under attack for this particular release because they're sloppy with their components. I'm telling you right now, they're sloppy with their balancing. This. Can't hit it. 66 points is all I was able to do. And that would have been a perfect, if I continued, 66 would have been as close as I could get. And that was only after getting that event card that let me do 2 primary missions. Treat one of them as secondary. Otherwise, it would have been even less. Now, can I get a good rating? Heck, I'm sitting at 48 points right now. I just need 1 more point, which I can do that in my sleep. You know, with 5 days remaining in the campaign, we can just do R&R for 4 days straight and just do missions on a final day, and I can get all the way into the 50s. That's not a problem. There's not enough secondary missions in the campaign deck, and there's just not enough days in the campaign to get to 69, and I'm literally sitting here with nothing. Like, all the cards that are left are only 3 victory points, or 2. It's not enough. Now, one of the viewers, Andrew, he asked me, did you use the alternate deck? Now, that's an interesting question. So if I did this alternate deck, so let's say like card 45 was one of the cards that right now is worth 3 victory points, and I'm complaining about it, right? Well, there you go. It's still worth 3 victory points. So I don't think that they were smart enough to mess with the victory points, because that would have imbalanced everything. So yeah, I'm looking at another one. It's also 3. Let's grab another one. Well, the carrier defensor at the bottom. So there's 60. That one's 4. And then this next one is 3, just like the 4 and the 3 that we saw. Yeah, there's no difference. What changes is like how many sights and bandits get placed and, you know, stuff like that. Maybe some of the keywords, like this one's a vehicle, but that one's not. That is very World War III, North Atlantic, 1980, rubbish. It's just a rubbish mission. And the fact that it's nothing but a stress fest makes it not even fun to play. And then you're finally, you know, punching them in the nuts and doing what you can, and then they punch you back with a cheat of, hey, we never play tested this to see if anybody could actually get a great rating. Oh my gosh. Thanks for watching. Hornet Leader is a fantastic game. It really is. That mission is not. Stay awesome.